Hey everyone, it's Happy New Year's 2021, January 1st. And so I thought today I would show you my Robinhood account. I am one of those types of people that New Year starts for me on October 1st, not on January 1st, because I like going into the new year you know, with my plan already in place. A lot of times we start New Year's resolutions on January 1st. And I have found for me personally that, by the time I really get the ball rolling, it's already March or April or even May, and half the year is almost there. So, I've kind of come up with this new philosophy that New Year starts for me on October 1st. And so this is a result of, my New Year's resolution. And I wanted to show you this to you because this is the results of 90 days of investing and watching the stock market grow and some losses, but mostly growth, as well as the dividends that I've earned and where my account is as of today on January 1st, 2021. Now, if you are just starting your New Year's resolutions or you're trying to figure out what you want to do for this new year, I wanted to share this with you because I think this might be a good opportunity, and I'll tell you why. The reason why it's going to be a good opportunity to really start investing, I mean, there's never a bad time to invest, I really think, but it's really going to be a good time in 2021 because now that the vaccine is rolled out, now that the world is going to really start opening back up, things are going to just go buck wild. I really see it once we are able to start getting outdoors. And I really think by this time this summer and definitely by the first of 2022, the world is going to be, we're just going to be, back to normal, whatever that new normal is, I should say. And there's time right now to start investing smartly. And a year from now, you're going to be positioned financially to be able to take the trips that you want to take or do the things that you want to take or, definitely prepare for whatever next possible life emergency that could happen around the corner for you. And I hate to say it like that, but, to be perfectly honest, for me personally, I had a major family medical emergency that lasted for 4 years between 2016 and 2020. And, to be honest, 2020 has been a better year for me because I was coming out of that medical situation. And so I think, I was already living this kind of lifestyle before the pandemic. So it hasn't been as much of a tear or toll on me. But it also has taught me that now that things are getting better for me, in spite of how everything else feels for a lot of people who are just now going through this life change, it's my sign and cue to be prepared for the next storm. And so I'm taking this opportunity that, the time is now to invest in the market. So let me just show you really quickly my Robinhood account instead of rambling on about why you should do it. Okay, so this is my account. I started it on October 3rd, officially. And let me go to the history because I think that would be the best way to start. And scroll all the way down to the bottom. See, I've been pretty busy. Hold on, let me get there. Oh my goodness. Almost there. October 3rd. There we go. So I'm telling you this because this is how you start Robinhood. And you don't have to spend a dime. You don't have to invest in stock or anything. But when you sign up for Robinhood using the link that I provide you, they will give you a free stock. The requirements are that you register for a brand new account, and then you take your banking, you attach your banking account to your Robinhood account, okay? and which is very safe to do because they can't take money out of your account unless you hit buttons to initiate that. It's no different than if you have a PayPal or a Cash App or, you know, uh, any of those types of apps. It's the same thing. It's the same if you have your banking account connected to your mortgage or your rent or your utilities. They can't do anything with that. It's just you attach it. But once you attach that, they will automatically give you a button that you click, and then it's like a huge party. They give you a free stock. Now, that stock can be anywhere from $2.50 all the way up to like $250. The majority of the stocks are going to be, of the free stocks are going to be under $10. I mean, they're giving it to you free. And my thing is you can do one of two things with it. Once you set up your account and attach your banking account to your Robinhood account, you can either get that free stock, let it sit there, be happy about it. You could sell it and then invest it in a stock that you really want to buy. Like, let's say if you get a series stock like me and then you want to invest it in Coca-Cola, you can do that, and buy a fraction of a share of a stock. Or you can sell the stock and take the money, that $5.58, for example, and put that into your banking account. It's your stock, it's free. So that would be my first step, is to get that free stock. Once you do that, like, this is what I did, is I just knew that I wanted to start investing because, like I said, Happy New Year. It's October and it's my new year. So I started investing. And as you can see here, all through the month of October, I really spent the month of October learning about businesses, learning about stocks, learning about crypto, learning. And it was really exciting. Understanding about dividends, researching, dividend stocks, which ones were monthly dividend stocks. I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, but because I didn't know it until I started in October, but there are stocks that will actually pay you a dividend every month. So a lot of stocks like Johnson and Johnson and Coke, for example, they're quarterly dividends. So they pay every, 3 months, the dividend. But there are stocks that are actually monthly dividend stocks. And so I wanted to immediately start seeing some results. So a lot of the stocks that I was purchasing after researching, of course, I purchased them mainly based on the fact that they would pay me a monthly dividend stock. So in October, this is pretty much what I was doing. You can see here in green, I started dropping $300, $500, $200 in. And here's the interesting thing, that if I hadn't put the money in Robinhood, honestly, I would probably say this $1,000 would have been spent. I would have taken this money and would have bought maybe some clothes. I probably would have gone to get a massage, maybe, or gone to the chiropractor. And yes, I could have done all those things, and all those things would have been good opportunities. But I was spending money, and yes, I could kind of twist it around and say, yeah, I'm investing in myself, and theoretically I would be, but or I could have done it on getting some repairs done, or bought a new faucet, or I could have bought new shower curtains. I mean, there's things that I could have done with this money. And the point I'm making is, this would have been spent. I would have taken this $1,000 right here and blown it on something else. And, at the end of the year, yeah, I might have a new faucet, but did I really need the new faucet? I might have a new outside shower curtain, but did I really need it? You know what I'm saying? And, the more I started getting involved in this and just taking all that money that, number one, that I'm not spending because of the pandemic. I'm not getting my nails done right now. It doesn't even make sense to me. I'm okay with that. I'm doing my own pedicures at home. I'm not buying a lot of clothes because I don't have to go into work. And, I'm not spending as much money on getting my hair done. So all that money that I would have normally spent, that would have gone out the door, I just reinvested. I just started putting it into the stock market. And that's what I did in October. And if you can see here, and actually I made my first dividend right here in October. So as I was investing, I already, off of one of my stocks, I made 7 cents automatically, and it was reinvested, because you can set this up for it to be reinvested. So it reinvested back into that stock, and I was hyped. So then in November, let's see, let me go. I was still investing because I was just like, I just knew this is what I was. Hey, it's the new year. It's like go big, and so I threw another 1,000 in there, and then if you could see here, I bought more shares of Johnson and Johnson because to be honest, I knew I couldn't go wrong. And honestly, even if I lost money, like let's say if the stock market crashed and God forbid I needed to pull the money out, and yeah, I might have. Let's say if I lost $50 off of my $1,000 I invested, I was going to lose it. At least I still had the money that I could liquidate. If I had spent that money on, let's say, buying a new couch and a new sofa, it would be very difficult to sell that. Or buying a new bed, it would be difficult to sell that. So I'm not mad. But anyway, you can see here that I started receiving investments with it literally a month later. Look at this. Ching, 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 ching. 87 cents here from realty income. 50 cents. That's half a dollar. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, it's just like money just dropping in. I'm sitting here just like, look at this. I'm getting excited about it now. All this money that I'm making in the month of November, after all that money that I put in, this is all the investments I made. Um, and this is the dividends that I started making. This is my first month. Just bling, 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 bling. Even that little free stock gave me a penny. Okay, I'm gonna take it. You know, that was all in December. And then look at December, or excuse me, that was November. Look at December, starting here, 64 cents, $1.08. I deposited $25 because I started, I just told myself that, every payday I'm going to throw $25 here in, 100 here in, maybe $10, whatever I can. After I pay my bills, I'm going to throw money into it because that's the other way you've got to just stay committed. But look at this, $99.67 from Johnson and Johnson. That was my quarterly. So in October, I made all those investments, and this was my reward, almost $10 in the quarterly. You can see I canceled because I was looking at different things to buy, and I decided to cancel because I wanted to go in lower on it. But look at all this. Look at all these dividends. I made a $10 deposit here. Here's some more dividends. Look at that, 30-cent dividend. And then now here in January, here is some pending. These are all the dividends that are pending in the new year. So I started my new year in October, but look at this. These are all the dividends that are currently pending. And that's not all of them because I don't even, but this is the majority that are going to start dropping as soon as January 4th. Look at this, $1.09, 65 cents, 52 cents, 24 cents. There's my Calamos again. It's 7 cents, 31 cents. New residential investment, $1.35. So right there, if I add that up, that's 1, 2. I'm just doing some rough math here. 3, 4. That's right there. That's about $4 that my money's making for me, and it's already the new year. And this is because I spent that time to invest before. So I'm showing this to you because I want you to be encouraged that you literally could the first step is set up your Robinhood account, attach your banking account, and collect your free stock. Oh, the first thing is to get the free stock, you have to be referred. And they do this because this is so millennial of them, and is that they want people. It's the social aspect. You know what I mean? It's the social aspect. It's the word of mouth aspect. So it's a win-win situation, and it's a positive thing. So that would be something that I would encourage you to do. And then if you wanted to be smart about it, once you set up your account, then you share that with if you have a child that's interested that you want to have them learn about stocks and researching, You could set them up their account. You can set up your family, your sisters, your brothers. And then every time they set up an account, then you get a free stock. So, that's just how word of mouth work. We do it all the time. It's just Robinhood's got it where you can do it. And I just want to say that they built this site so it's very millennial and even the Z generation. It's targeted for that group. So it's not going to be like TD Ameritrade or Vanguard or all those sites that don't have all these awesome colors and different things. But one thing I like about it is just how fun it is. Like this site is freaking fun. It makes it fun to invest in stocks. So what I would encourage you to do is set that up and just start growing your money. And I'm going to start making videos and I can talk about each individual stock and why I added it to my portfolio. If you'd like to see those, I'll be happy to share that. But I think that this would be a good opportunity for you to do this. And one last thing I want to show you is, aside from those little bitty dividends, just to let you know that that's not where the true magic has always been. I mean, that does help, is to have the dividends, because you can reinvest those. And so, that's helping me increase my stakes in the original stocks that I set up. But, the stocks that I'm buying now, which is why I'm encouraging you to do it now while they're still rolling out the vaccine, and how important it is to get going right now, January 1, is that, let me show you. Like I said, I started on October 3rd. So here's October 1st, October 2nd, October 3rd. And right there is my free stock that I got, which was Series. I had not invested a dime, and that's where they gave me that stock. And as you can see here on the chart, look at this. This is how my money blew up. This dip right here, by the way, was not necessarily because of the stock market. It's because I invested money and I pulled money back out because I decided to invest money into other exchanges. And I'll show those to you too, because there's other avenues and I just wanted to try different ones. Just because that's just how I've got ADHD, so that's what I do. But anyway, the long story short of it is, it doesn't matter. Look at this growth. This is the growth, okay? Part of it is because I've added more money to the account, but the other part is the growth. So if you see here, when this says right here, when I look at the year, because I started in October and I did a year just because it shows, I mean, heck, I could even do 3 months and it would show pretty much the same amount. But I like the year because that just shows you the proof of where I began. But if you look at this, within the last 90 days, okay, so from October 3rd, November, December, January. So it hasn't been 90 days. January 3rd will basically be, I guess, the 90 days, I guess, more or less. But I have made $399.23 plus another $11.32. And the reason I'm including this is because I just sold some cryptocurrency. I sold I sold this is pretty much what I invested in cryptocurrency, and I doubled my money in 90 days. So I sold my original, the original equal amount of what I originally invested. So if you take that $399 plus 11, that is what, $410. So that's about a $410 that I've grown my money. I grew my money by $410. I invested, let's say, $3,000, and I grew my money by $410 in 90 days. And that does not include the $15 or $16 that I've made, maybe let's say under $20 that I've made in the dividends that I showed you in the history. So if you add the dividends to that, that's 410 plus, let's say, another 15. That's $425. So I made about $425 in my $3,000 investment. You cannot get that in a stock market. You cannot get that in an interest-bearing checking account. You have to be willing to put money into the market. So what I would encourage you to do is take the first step. Click the link. That's the first step. Second step, sign up for your Robinhood account. And then the third step, attach your banking account. So freaking easy. Once you do that, then click the button and claim your free stock. And then once you claim your free stock, then, start learning and researching about stocks. Read the articles in Robinhood. Do what you have to do to read the articles in Robinhood. And I will make other videos because I want to show you how I'm planning on, by this time next year for 2022, my goal is $100,000 invested. I want to have $100,000 invested in growth and in dividends over the next 12 months. And I'm going to I'm probably going to cancel my Netflix, because you know what? That $15 a month I spend on Netflix can go towards buying more leverage in the side of the stock market. Heck, instead of paying $15 in Netflix, I'll buy $15 in a share of Netflix stock. Look at what Netflix did. Let me just show you this real fast. This is what the pandemic caused because of Netflix, this is what the pandemic did for Netflix. A year ago, Netflix was about $325. Okay, so in January 3rd, it was about $325. The pandemic hit. You'll see, if you start studying charts, you'll see that most of them started dropping in March. So it didn't drop too far, which for this stock wasn't too bad, but it was $298. Lord knows I wish I would have had $298. Look at what it's done over the year. Boom, boom. I mean, it's gone up, it's gone down, but steadily. Look at it, spiked up in July to $548. And then, of course, when it got that high, people made their money, so they sold their money, and then it spiked up again. Boom, in September. Look at that, $556.55. Then it spiked up again on October 14th. Boom, $554. Then it dropped down to $488. So look at that. Yeah, take your money, and instead of buying your Nike tennis shoes that you can't even floss in front of anybody for real. Nobody's looking at your shoes. Okay? People are looking at you like you got COVID, and they don't want you close to them. So take your money that you would normally spend on all this stuff and invest in the stock market. Okay? Look at that. All right, so anyway, click the link, sign up, attach your banking account. Let's make some money, and I want to see. I would love to make $100,000 with other people. So let's get started and let's see if it happens. And no, I'm not a financial nothing, but I also know that I have to take ownership of my own finances, and I would rather do it than try to put it in the hands with some quote unquote financial advisors who really ain't doing anything but throwing your money into these funds that have already been set up by somebody else, and then they collect the profits. And with Robinhood, it doesn't cost money to sell your stock. It doesn't cost money to buy any stock. It doesn't cost money to, add money to your account. It doesn't cost money to take your money off of Robinhood and put it back to your bank. They make their money off of, now, if you overdraft, if you spend too much money out of your checking account, you have to pay your bank $35 or whatever. So, there's those types of fees if you do something that's kind of boneheaded, but that's just par for the course with having a checking account. So that's something you're already used to. And, it doesn't cost any money to do it. So why not get going? All right. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye.